2012. He asked a simple question. He said, are you in? And right now we say, Mr. President, we are not in until you keep your promise. We are not in until what you promised the Armenian voters, that you will recognize the Armenian genocide is done by this administration. Mr. President, keep your promise!
Keep your promise!
Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep your promise!
Keep your promise!
It's very clear that Mr. Obama knows exactly what happened in 1915 to our ancestors. He knows about the death marches in Deir Zor. He knows about the 1.5 million Armenians who were slaughtered by the Ottoman Turks. He knows that.
He's last time
Or
president!
else he would not have repeated it 5 times, and the latest one, the Friday before the election in 2008. We feel that he did that only to get our votes, and if that was the game he was playing, we're not playing this game in 2012. He has to keep his promise. Mr. Obama, keep your promise, recognize the genocide. You have a chance to do it. You have a chance to do it on Sunday. You're here in Los Angeles 4 days before Armenians mark the 96th anniversary of the Armenian Genocide. We are also going to celebrate Easter on that day. So on that same day, we want recognition and resurrection for all of our martyrs, and we want the president to do the right thing and finally come out of hiding and keep his promise. Mr. Obama, keep your promise. Keep your promise.
Keep your promise! 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 Keep your promise!
Keep your promise!
Keep your promise!
Keep your promise!
Keep your promise!
Keep your promise!
In 2007 and in 2008, I was a member of Armenians for Obama. I was a member of that group, and I went to each and every one of you and urged you to vote for Barack Obama because he gave us hope. He promised hope for this country, for the economy, for the war, and for the issue that is very important for us, the recognition of the Armenian Genocide. And that hope drove each and every one of us to the election polls. We voted for Mr. Obama because we believed him. Now he is a coward. He is a coward. I'm not the only one who said it. Yesterday, the Los Angeles Times also said the same thing, that he's being cowardice, but by not acknowledging what everybody already knows, by playing politics with the dirty Turks. The same Turks who did not allow the United States the use of its own Air Force base when it wanted to go to Iraq. The same Turks that are right now impeding the United States' efforts to run international policy in the Middle East. Mr. Obama, keep your goddamn promise.
Keep your promise! 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 Keep your promise!
Keep your promise!
Keep your promise!
Keep your promise!
Keep your promise!
Keep your promise!
Keep your promise!
Keep your promise! Keep your promise!
Mr. Obama has to do is come into the same course that his predecessors have. President Woodrow Wilson. He was the man who drew the map of Armenia, which includes Western Armenia, includes Karabakh, includes Nakhichevan, includes Javakh. That is what we're fighting for. We know that the genocide happened. We all know it. The next step is for us to realize that same Armenia that Woodrow Wilson, Mr. Obama's predecessor, has drawn up. That is our cause. That is our existence at this moment in the diaspora and in the homeland. So if he didn't hear us once before, let's tell him again. Mr. Obama, keep your promise!